Good afternoon and welcome. A quick update on the restoration of this Riviera 20, 1950 Chriscraft Riviera 20 here in Hamilton, New Zealand. After a good number of months work, we've got to a point where all the remedial work on the hull frame has been completed. We've replaced through the boat all the frames through the engine bay due to split and due to oil soak. So we've replaced these 5 frames in the engine bay, and then we've also made some repairs to some of the frames up on the front of the boat here. Midship on the starboard side, I've replaced these 2 frames. It was a bit of a last minute decision. I just wasn't comfortable with that timber that was in there, and the more I thought about it, there's only really one time to do it. So yesterday we've grabbed some stock and cut these frames and place these frames into the boat. And then forward on the port side, we've replaced one of the frames here that was badly damaged. So this frame here was badly damaged, so split on the ends as these intermediate frames are prone to do. Replaced all the keel bolts with silicon bronze. We've replaced all the engine bearer bolts with silicon bronze. We've replaced all the bolts here on the gussets. The majority of these were silicon bronze. They were a little bit hard to find in that size. And then we've re-screwed all the intermediate frames using silicon bronze bolts and replaced all the screws through these sections with silicon bronze bolts where we've put the new frames in. So we've got our way through most of it. We've also bedded this all together in 5200, and the mahogany 5200 is unable to be procured here in New Zealand where I'm doing the restoration. So the 5200, the mahogany product, I've had to bring out of the US, and it's quite expensive, so I've been a little bit selective of where I've used it. So you'll see that there's quite a bit of white on this boat because I can source this locally, and it's a little bit cheaper to use. And if I run out of mahogany, I'm not going to be able to get any more without another expense out of the US. So we've bedded the keel in, we've bedded the frames together with 5200 where possible, and we've also the intermediate frames, where we've put the intermediate frames in, we've bedded those in with 5200, and also bedded the screws in 5200. So that's where we're at. We're at a point now where I can spend the afternoon, have a good clean up, and get ready to start painting. I'm going to put a coat of paint on the frames and the inside of the hull whilst we're upside down, just to be a little bit easy to access. We're still probably going to have to do the deck of this boat's going to require some work, so it's going to get a little bit messy in there, but we'll get a coat on anyway, and that'll tidy it up. So that's it. Update on the restoration of this 1950 Chriscraft Riviera 20 here in Hamilton, New Zealand.